Alright, here we are again. Good to have you back. Alright, so I just want to mention that I think during the 2006 and 2007 baseball seasons, there wasn't a single team that had a record, a win percent that was above 600. And that was the first time in the history of the game which this has transpired. Alright, good. Now I want to talk about strategies and payoffs. In game theory, we're familiar with the strategies that are available, and we try to act rationally and use that which is going to give us the biggest outcome in terms of gaining rewards. And I mean, with baseball, that's very much applicable. Alright, good. So now, we're dealing with the Padres, and they had quite a good team, some good players. They had Brian Giles versus Brian Guile, and some other players. And he was really good at getting on base, taking walks. He had patience and discipline when he was at the plate. Then they also have Adrian Gonzalez, who's at first base, who has hit a homer so far this game. And looks like the two leadoff hitters are giving us quite a lot of trouble with 2 RBI apiece, which is quite something. Not only that, but in addition, there's also Jim Edmonds, who looks as if he's playing center. Of course, by this time he was quite old, but all the same, he's a solid player who was rather consistent during his career, showing a lot of power, grouped with Albert Pujols as well, when they were on the same team in St. Louis for the Cardinals. Alright, good. Now we just want to talk about the last series. Okay, so Jones Figgins, he came up to save the game toward the end, when it was bases loaded and he got a single at the top of the ninth. Not only that, but I think I've said this before, but the opposing team member, Aramis Ramirez, tied the game with a 3-run double, bottom of the 8th. And so Aramis Ramirez was really quite a threat at that moment. Not only that, but the Cubs got a bases loaded walk at the bottom of the 11th, also with Aramis Ramirez. And I said before, or I think I said this already, that Jeff Francis had 3 RBI while batting from the A spot. And then at the last game, I don't think Aramis Ramirez was as much of a threat. Oh no, that's not good. It looks as if Brad Hopp has been injured for over 200, nearly 300 games. No, not games, but days, with a broken wrist. And he was set to be maybe one of the best players on the team. So that's a disadvantage, disappointment. He's out for a season. He won't be able to play again. There's nothing that I can do on my part to bring him back into the game. I have to be able to replace his success, his batting, his performance, his capacity to perform with some other player or combo of players. Okay, now let's talk about the recap for the last series. Yet again, Soriano played well, not only in second but the third game. Alfonso Soriano, not the reliever, Rafael Soriano, for the Cubs, who to which he had been signed for over 7 years. Good. That's it. As far as the recap goes. Okay, so as I said, I have to adjust the pitching so that the tired pitchers are taken out of the game, which I just did. Alright, so now, for this game, in this context, how about we have a line exhibit? Let's just say, for example, that there's a line exhibit in the pitcher's bullpen, and the crowds toward the outfield section of the stadium get to watch these lines pace back and forth. You know, maybe they give a meow here and there, or maybe even a bark. Okay, I guess lions don't bark. Alright, but maybe a meow here and there, or so it is. And you know, okay, maybe a few of the members in the crowds think these lions are cute. Alright, so they smile at them and, you know, they try and wave and that kind of thing. Well, one of the lions lounges at the cage bars, and the audience member shrieks with fright. Imagine her screaming. Maybe she's a little child, a little girl. Maybe she has a pink dress on, and she's so afraid. The lion lounges at her. She realizes it has huge claws and sharp teeth. So, of course, she's gonna be scared. But, they're in their cage. There's no worries. And, maybe even some of the pitchers have fun. Maybe they have access to it. But this is a special event, so it's a one-time thing. But maybe, they throw the ball in or the glove in, that kind of thing. And see how the Lions react to it. Alright, good. So where's the progress here? Looks like we have a similar lineup from the Padres. And first three hitters are giving us quite a lot of trouble. Edmonds has been playing well. The guy behind Edmonds, Josh Bard, has 2 walks. And the guy who's leadoff, Iguchi, has 2 walks. And then Giles and Kuzminov have 4 hits. So Padres are playing quite well. On our side of the coin, we have Smith with 2 hits. And we also have Gibbons with a homer. And Martin and Loney have walks apiece. Alright, good. So, let's see what's going on here. Keith Bell, he's the closer for the Padres. He's got a lot of power as far as his arm strength goes. His capacity for getting strikeouts. Not only that, but he was also good with his movement. Maybe not so much his control. But on the whole of it, he was a solid pitcher as far as closer options go. Alright, so here we are again. We have to adjust the pitching so none of the tired pitchers go into the game. Okay, so now I want to talk about the manager, general manager, the executive, in this example, in this context, as far as it goes. We named him Quinton Caspian, as we said earlier during the first few games, and when we saved as well. And I just want to talk about it, get a better idea. Okay, so maybe he walks into a Taco Bell and he's chewing on these minted toothpicks, and perhaps he goes there and he asks the receptionist or the concierge, "Hey, I want a taco." And maybe he gets a side of the Hershey syrup. He puts it on his taco, and he starts to consume it and delight in it. It's good food, right? And maybe the meats, the cheese, they mix well with the Hershey syrup. For all we know, he has several quirks beside this. Maybe he even wants to put ketchup into it. I'm not certain. I'm just making this up as I go along. But all the same, I expect that the outer portion of the taco, the yellow color, would be about the same color as his skin. Because as we said before, he has some kind of disease, a condition that results in his skin being yellow. But despite that, that's not his natural color for his skin. Because he has chocolate, Godiva colored hair. Alright, good. So, if anyone who's artistic and inclined in that fashion, who wants to draw this up, seeing Quinton Caspian, the manager at the executive and Taco Bell, draw it up as he's eating these tacos, and give me an idea, an image, and maybe offer even more detail, then that's great. Let me know in the comments if you get the chance to draw that up and put that into a picture so others have a better idea just as much. Alright, good. So now we're getting toward the end of this game. And let's say, for example, maybe there's storm clouds. Look up in the sky and oh my goodness, the clouds are so dark. Maybe they're pitch black. Very, very black. And they're hovering overhead. And some of the audience, the members that are in the crowds that have been enjoying the game, Maybe they run for the exits in panic, hopping over the other in a race to get home into their cars. And maybe even a few of them, to great sadness and despair, are toppled underfoot or trampled underfoot. So what do we do? Where do they go? What happens to these people? And I'd love to inject some science fiction into this, but I just want to say, and not every person is going to agree with me, but I want to talk about Jesus yet again. That when you believe in Him, you see Him as being the Lord and the Savior. But not only that, but when He's Lord and Savior, you also see Him as being your only source. So I just want to say, when I do succeed in this effort with these videos, it's not on my own accord, but Jesus Christ alone that has allowed me to have done so. With His grace and mercy and His power and authority, I would be able to succeed with these videos. Alright, now let's save. I thank you again for having watched, and God bless you, and thank you.